Morning, y'all. 4:42 this morning. Gonna hurry up, get up out of here, because I only got a limited amount of time. When you add in commute and all that to get to the gym, get home, all that, and then get ready for work. So, even though I work from home, my schedule is still kind of packed. Um, Push session on the menu today. Um, Elbow has been bothering me a bit, and it's a little difficult to grip the bar. So we're gonna institute a couple of things today. We're gonna be doing some reverse grip pressing. We're gonna do some pre-exhaustion, get blood in the muscle, particularly the chest, before we even do any type of pressing movement. So the weights aren't going to be super heavy, but we're gonna load it up a little bit more today, seeing as that we have reverse bands to kind of help us out. But it's longevity when you're talking reverse bands, right? So the load at the bottom is the lightest and it's joint friendly. And as you push up, obviously the bands lighten and the resistance profile goes up. And you get a strong contraction at the top, right? Because you're handling a lot of the weight at the top of the movement versus the bottom of the movement. Um, John Meadows, well, Westside Barbell did a lot of this. John Meadows took it, applied it to bodybuilding. And now it's been making its way in circles, and a lot of people have been using it. I see a lot of resistance to bands. Ha, pun. I see a lot of resistance to bands as far as them being used, saying, well, the greats never used rubber bands. Well, the greats didn't lift a whole lot of weight, in their 40s, outside of Al Beckles, and Robbie Robinson, it's been few and far between. Even Dorian quit lifting like that, but I still try to lift like that, along with countless others. And we're not Mr. Olympia, so we got to use every tool at our disposal to elicit muscular growth. But in any event, we're going to go. We're going to slam our pre-workout. Today it's Nitroflex by German American Technologies, otherwise known as GAT. I haven't used this in a while, so probably get some little bit of kick to it. So let's get moving. When we're talking about training chest, we definitely have to talk about pre-exhaustion with flies. All right. So why pre-exhaust with flies? Number one, gets your head in the movement, gets the muscles warm, lets you know that hey, this workout is on and it's about to be fire. So get your head in the game. A lot of people don't like pre-exhaustion for varying reasons. Uh, Most times I don't care about that. I like doing it, so and I advise people to do it. So that's my deal. Um, I'll be quite honest with you. You won't use a whole shit ton of weight on your compound movements, but also at the same time, when we're thinking from a longevity standpoint, um, it's a good thing to incorporate from time to time. Uh, Note I said time to time. All right. Learn how to warm up without pre-exhaustion too. Okay. Next up on the menu, uh, you can barely notice it. I probably should have picked heavier band tension, but in any event, reverse band incline press. Why? Because it's joint friendly at the bottom of the movement. Um, I feel like it's almost like a self spotter, in my opinion. If it on top of that, what I want people to think about too is that if you're down at the bottom position, do you want a ton of stress on your joints down in that position? No. I've been having a lot of trouble gripping the bar too, as well. So that played a role in me picking reverse band bench press, incline bench over free weight incline bench. So we're just messing around, trying it out, and we're going to see uh, how my body responds to it. Got up to a top set for about two with 275. The first work set was for 4 reps, and the second work set was for 5. Um, so that's it in a nutshell for that exercise. One thing I do like about it, uh, even more so than a lot of other exercises, is that it doesn't feel like it's bricks heavy when you unrack it. I unracked it and I'm like, I'm not sure if it was the angle, I'm pretty sure it was the bands, but I was like, this feels great. Moving on, we have the Cybex converging chest press. This is basically a a bench press on an angle that's not an incline press. Kind of an oxymoron, but follow me here. The machine next to it at Iron Heaven is an actual Cybex converging incline press. However, this feels like a flat press just on a different angle, and the way that you can adjust the seat and hit the chest that you would normally hit the muscles you would normally hit through a bench press. I mean, really, to me, that's a win. So got up to 3 plates and a quarter. Pretty sure it was a little bit, just a wee bit heavy for me, but that's all right because I was looking for maximum amount of muscle damage because I only train uh, 4 days a week right now and not five. 5 to 6 days a week is ideal for me, but also at the same time, not a big deal. Not going to go into these really. It was just to pump the muscle up with some blood and get a good pump. Cable crossovers on the Precor machine, which is actually a really great multi-station machine. Moving on to shoulders, didn't have time for triceps today. Went ahead and did laterals, 4 sets of 15. Really trying to force a lot of blood in that muscle before we kick it off and go to the next exercise. I'm a little lazy when it comes to laterals. I encourage you all that are watching this video not to follow my blueprint. I want you all to have nice big round shoulders, but these are a couple of ways to do it. Just don't use it in the application or in the context that I'm doing it in. So there we go with laterals, 4 sets of 15, guys. Shoulder press, probably could have chilled out on the press and did like upright rows or something like that. But I had been dreaming of using this machine for weeks. So I got to a top set of 3 plates per side. Then they topped it off to one that was 3 plates plus 25. And that was a drop set. Or I think it was just 3 plates. Yeah, it was just 3 plates. Then I dropped it down to 2 and then just went from there. So yeah, nothing much to do about nothing on the shoulder front. Went ahead and then did some machine laterals, but that's not important. Just did some machine laterals and called it good. So if you looked at my IGTV yesterday, I explained some things about how the natural progression of not progressing. Well, now that I have reverse bands, I can actually start to push and progress a little bit. And I have my own set of bands too. That's the funny part, is that I can actually do banded work anywhere I want to. So, although there are steps to you not progressing, you have to recognize the fact that sometimes you're going to hit that plateau, and it's up to you to be an astute enough trainer to try and break it. So, how am I hoping to break it? Number one, we're going to switch out some exercises. Um, Rogers Athletic Squat, the pendulum squat is gone. And then a couple other exercises too. But we're going to add in some things too. Like you saw me already add in one arm dumbbell rows, uh, freestanding T-bar rows, things of that nature. So change is coming. Change is coming real fast. But I'm just glad that you all are a part of it. So give me a follow on IG, Tenacity Strength. Give me a follow on Twitter, @BadBadLeroyB. And leave any comments you got or questions below, guys. Glad to do these, happy to do these, and we'll see you on the flip side. Until then, y'all take care.